Guys, welcome to What's Barking Local. My name is Jerry Miller. It's great to be with you on a great Wednesday. Fall is in the air across Charlottesville and Central Virginia. I'll tell you what, one of our favorite events right around the corner, the 6th annual Santa Fun Run Walk. We're going to put this in perspective. Anytime you can celebrate the holidays and Christmas with good people across the community, see a bunch of Santas downtown, maybe throw in a cold beverage or two, you know we're going to be having a great time. Why don't we just start with the two-shot and welcome the star of the program, Patty Boden, to the show.
It might be fall outside, but it's Christmas and What's Barking Local today.
I love it.
I love
it. Before we welcome Daniel Harper and before we welcome our good friend Bryan Harris at the Arc of the Piedmont to the show, what's going on at Animal Connection?
Oh, man, we are truly getting ready for Christmas. I'm sorry it's so early, but you know, Thanksgiving's really late this year, and we are doing our holiday pictures with Pedography CVille with Miette Mishi and Jen Skipper on November the 23rd. So, you know, we've got to be ready. So all of our merch is just about out. We are decorating like crazy. We're shooting our TV commercial on Monday with NBC 29. So that's going to be slapstick, hilarious, bloopers for sure. That's always a fun time for us every year.
We put a script together, and by the time we get through the commercial, we're like, you know what? Forget the script.
Script Schmidt. You know, we just roll with it. It's always fun.
I'm excited. So that's Monday. Look for the Animal Connection commercial starting. And dogs.
Oh my gosh, there are so many dogs going to be in our store that day.
Yeah. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. That'll start on Black Friday. Something near and dear to your heart is this fun run.
I tell you what, we've done it for the last 2 or 3 years, and it is fun. I mean, who doesn't love going to the downtown mall before brunch to do a walk in the cold or whatever with 600 Santas? It's the craziest thing I've ever seen, but it's really fun. We have a little section of that where we encourage people to bring dogs and dress up your dogs. I mean, dress them up like a Christmas present, wrap them in tinsel, whatever you want to do. Or for you and Lauren can bring Trey and decorate the stroller.
We will.
Yeah.
You hear that, Lauren? My wife is watching right now. Hello, Rachel Burns. Welcome to the program as well. Give it a like and a share.
Right.
So you've welcomed 2 gentlemen, and why don't we go to the studio cam?
Let's
Judah
just
Wickow,
do
our
it.
director.
Absolutely.
Introduce us to the guests.
All right. So we have with us today Bryan Harris with the Arc of the Piedmont and Daniel Harper with Allstate. And he is one of the major sponsors of the Fun Run. And, you know, the ARC is just an amazing organization. They help people of various ages with sort of learning or behavioral disabilities. And they do everything from group homes to residential to, you know, they just help these people get a really, as close to normal life as they can. And so supportive. There's lots of ways people can get involved and learn more about this. So let's just welcome these guys to the show and find out all about it.
Good afternoon, fellas.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
How about with the who, what, when, where, why? First, Bryan, of you and the Arc of the Piedmont. Patty gave us a good snapshot.
Yeah.
Fill in the details there for us.
Definitely. So this is our 6th annual. We've been doing it for 6 years now, having great sponsors like Patty and Animal Connection. And we've gotten, like Patty said, up to 600 Santas. Wow. We're shooting for 750 on that downtown mall. It's what I call a sea of red. It is beautiful. We have the local Charlottesville City police officers. We even have the big motorcycle leading the walk. And the greatest thing about this is it's our all abilities walk. So like Patty said, we service people with intellectual and developmental disabilities at the Arc of the Piedmont. And we want that sense of inclusion into our community, that sense that everybody can do this. And for 30 minutes, everybody looks the same and acts the same and is treated the same. And that's what our clients have dealt with for their whole lives. So we created this event, like I said, 6 years ago, and we just keep on getting people coming out in like I said, seas of red. And so it'll be Sunday, December 8th. It'll be a 11 o'clock start time walk. The registration will start at 9:30, and we're right in front of the downtown mall. The coolest thing about this year is that we have partnered with the Grand Illumination, and it wasn't our choice, obviously, but we got lucky. The biggest tree on the mall, is going to be right there in front of our registration.
Right there at the pavilion.
I love it.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, so.
Daniel, spotlight your involvement with this fabulous event.
I actually was a participant in it years back. My mother-in-law, I had invited my whole family to just walk and run it, and kind of got in on the madness then. Really had a great time, learned more about the ARC, and then became a smaller sponsor. And just every year it's kind of grown into something bigger, to where now, being the presenting sponsor, we're able to really help them.
We have some great pictures of you with some of your family, and you with your family, and everybody dressed up and ready to roll.
They're on screen?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you love about being a part of this event? Give us some first-hand perspective.
I think, as Bryan mentioned, the all-inclusiveness, just having, everybody wearing the Santa suits, the kids with the elf hats, for that segment of time, everybody can, be a part of something together, all equal. Also, just being able to do things with your family in our community. I don't think we can have enough of the youth interaction and just stuff where you can go do stuff with your children. So to be able to tie that in with something that's helping our community, I think is great, so.
Yeah, it's neat because there are corporations and businesses that will get a team together and raise money for the ARC as part of their team effort. Individuals, people with dogs, just whatever. It's just a huge time.
How about the growth of the event? Sixth
year.
Annual. Talk to us about year one to now, how it's matured.
So actually, our executive director, John Santoski, was on vacation over in Ireland. And he and his wife were invited by friends that they were visiting over there to just join in on the Santa run, and they knew nothing about it. Over there, 1,000 people running along the water dressed in like Santa suits. So John brought it over here. He obviously he was the executive director, and when he hired me, he's like, "We got this great idea. Let's run with it." They didn't know what they were going to do, how many people were going to come out. First year we had 125 people, so it was like, "Ooh, this is catching on." Everybody has their own walks, but we like to put that unique twist on it. Again, everybody is dressed as a Santa, so there's no judgment. We're all inclusion with our clients. Our clients are in wheelchairs. The downtown mall. These guys have been wonderful with us. City Parks and Rec and everybody involved to be able to accommodate us on the bricks and down 7/8 of a mile. So it's very short. So like Daniel said, it's a great way for the family just to get out in the morning. It's not too cold yet. First weekend of December. Knock on wood. Hopefully we don't get a snowstorm. But we've had about 40s or 50s weather, and hundreds and hundreds of people come out. So 2-3 years into it, jump up to 375 people. And so it's just catching on. And for the last 3 years now, we've done 500 and 550 and now up to 600 Santas. The cool thing is that, again, it's a family thing. So we brought along these to show everybody.
Oh, that's right. Show and tell
Our
time.
children get these elf hats.
That's right.
So if your child is under 12, they'll get a really cool elf hat. They're one size fit all, but my children are 6 and 9, and they love running around in these. And then anyone 12 and older gets a cool Santa suit that Patty has over here. Yeah, so
that's right. Let me do my Vanna White.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And if you're 6'2" and over 250 pounds, we do have some extra larges so that you don't bust.
What are you? Are you 6'4"?
6'4",
6'4". You're not 250 though. What does Daniel Harper do from a Santa's costume? I want to see your nitty gritty.
Oh, I rock that one right there. It's a little tight in the shoulders, but plenty of room down through the middle, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and we got shirts. These are that's why I wore this shirt today. These are the best T-shirts.
Yeah, we're selling these online when you register as well, so you can pick your shirt out earlier. We'll also have Custom Ink, which is a sponsor of ours, local, and they'll actually have their own mobile unit that they'll make shirts for you on the spot in 90 seconds.
Now that's cool. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got some people watching here. First, let's thank some of the folks. Amber Rexrod. Woohoo. Hi,
Hey,
Brian, Jake from Amber
Hey,
and
Amber.
Bryn.
Our mosquito people.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Mosquito Squad.
Carrie Rock, this is a good one for you. Carrie Rock from Do Good CVille, actively involved with a lot of nonprofits in the community. In fact, Carrie's coming on my show on Monday. He has a question from you guys for you guys. Aside from participating in the event, are there any donation needs runners, walkers could bring to help you guys out? Good question.
Of course, great question, and thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. So there's plenty of in-kind benefits. Patty's a perfect example. She's a sponsor of ours because she sponsors that the dog the most festive pet contest, where she's giving out a really nice prize. So definitely dress your dog up, and hopefully you get that prize. We're always looking for other sponsors and vendors to help out with the walk. Also, you don't have to come out and walk and or run in this event. There's another way. If you go to the CVilleSantaRun.com website, you can just put a team together, and you don't have to register, and you can fundraise for us. And so, like Patty was saying earlier, we have a lot of corporate companies, families. They may not be able to come out on a Sunday. Maybe church is their thing, and that's great. So we don't want to pull anybody away from church, but we'd love for the support still, so they can support us that way. And any other volunteer opportunities, Daniel and I are recruiting probably 20 to 25 different volunteers to come out.
Well, God likes Santa too.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
You missed church just once.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching. Tina Malkin says, I'm so excited for this event. Some of your team members giving you some props right now. Julia Holmes tuning into the program. Anna Mills, super excited for the event. This is not this is something that we're super pumped about. This question to you, Daniel. You do a heck of a job, I think, of getting your brand out there for the business. You guys are on a number of different platforms. Why do you love something like grassroots like that to connect to the community? Is it the human connection piece that you have there?
Yeah, I think that especially in the vertical that I'm in, with insurance, a lot of people already know that's what we do. So to be able to get out and attach some identity to that, right, and do some good around you, be able to use the leverage that you have as a business owner for good to help people. I think that's ultimately, what we're all after doing, deep down. But being able to do that and put it into motion sometimes can be hard. So we start with the thing closest to us and work our way outward.
Nice. Are there any opportunities? I know when you have the event that you have like donuts or something like that. Are you taking donations for people to maybe provide something like that, or?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We're always open to that. We don't want to make this a huge day-long festival. We want to give that opportunity to the families to be able to be out there for a couple hours. Like I said, I'm a father. I have two children. I know what it's like to you want that hour or two. You don't want that day long. They get tired. Right. So we want to though still offer donuts. Grit Coffee, great sponsor of ours. Right. Love those guys. And they're donating coffee for the event. We have a sorority from UVA, alumni. Oh,
that's right. They're
donating
back,
hot chocolate this year again. Yeah, so that's great. We are still looking for somebody maybe that wants to do like festive cookies for the kids. That'd be a great sponsor opportunity to get out there and hand out cookies, maybe icing and decorate cookies. Just some little things to help with the kids to give them something to do until the race starts at 11.
Well, I know one thing we're going to do for the dogs is all the dogs take home treats and little gifty bags, and we're going to up the game on the contest this year. We're going to do a $250 gift certificate.
Ooh. Awesome.
So,
Thank you.
And then a second and third prize. So dress those dogs up, people.
We got some questions and comments coming in. Chris Gallagher says Daniel Harper for president.
Yay!
I don't know right now.
That's awesome.
All right.
Steve
Write
Long has a question for Bryan. What makes a great Santa costume, and can you tell us your favorite one and why?
Oh my.
Yeah, great question. So obviously, just to make sure it's clear, you do get a Santa suit with your registration. So you don't have to go out there and get your Santa suit, but we love the creativity.
Because some do, right?
They do.
Yeah.
We have Mrs. Claus that comes every year. I can't reveal who she is. She's a friend of mine.
She's
but
Mrs. Claus.
She's Mrs. Claus.
The real Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, so kids come on out and see Mrs. Claus because she's a really cool lady. But we also have some people dressing up as elves. And so those are probably some of my favorite, are the creativities of the different costumes.
We had
photos.
One guy do the entire 1 mile on stilts last year.
Yes.
I
dressed
remember
as
that
Santa.
guy.
Yeah,
that was
craziness.
craziness.
Yeah, those are our friends over at Bennett's Village.
Okay.
Yeah, they're another sponsor. It's a fiscal sponsor of the ARC.
Cool.
And Bennett's Village is actually putting together an all abilities playground. They're raising money to bring that to Penn Park in Charlottesville.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, so we're really excited for them too.
I love it. We have Santa costumes on screen. Do you have kids?
I do.
You do have? Okay.
I do.
I have a 19-month-old, so he's like right on the cusp of figuring things out, just enjoying life from first time, and I love seeing him experience things for the first time.
Absolutely.
How old are your kids?
12 and 9.
Okay, 12 and 9. Okay, what do your kids think about this event? Give me their perspectives.
They love it. You know, they've done it, like I mentioned earlier, a couple times now. I think this will be their third time doing it, and yeah, they dig it. They absolutely love it. My son was actually really excited last year. He became a Santa for the first time. So
Nice.
he had to do the elf thing until 12, and then he got into the Santa. So
I love it. There's Conrad on screen, your man.
Oh, yeah.
Costume.
He was in
How
the game.
about, Daniel's kids are on screen right now? I love it. I
cool.
love it. How about your kids and what that's like?
they are. Yep.
Yeah,
It's
my kids
beautiful
are in my
wife and
picture
family
too,
there.
so they're 6 and 9, and they just love this event. They've done it a couple years, and they just love running around. And you know, I raise my kids to basically to treat others like they want to be treated.
Golden rule, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I know everybody in this room does the same thing, and everybody out there, and it's really cool to see my children interact with our clients that may
that's nice.
look a little different from them. They have questions, and it's okay to have questions, and that's what I want to really let people know, that it's okay. But if they like drop something in front of you, don't freak out, because just treat them like you'd treat anybody else, because they are just like you and I are, and they they enjoy running on the downtown mall. We have one of our clients; she runs the whole thing every year, and some of our others they decorate their wheelchairs up. And again, just feeling that sense of inclusion in the community is a big piece of why we do this, and seeing our kids, our youth interact in that, and then being able to treat others in their schools like that as well is great, because back even in the 90s, these kids were in a separate room. They weren't even allowed to go to school with their peers. They weren't allowed to graduate with their peers.
Wow.
And we've come a long way. Our schools are really good, especially around here. We have some really good special education schools. We have VIA up the road too. So we have some great resources. But once they graduate between that age of 18 and 22, there's not a lot of resources out there for them. And that's really where the ARC comes in to provide that transition, those services in the community. A lot of these folks don't have families, so they would be out on the streets, if you kind of want to put it in reality of everything. And so that's not to get too serious on it, but that's kind of where our clients are. Yeah.
Right.
So
One thing I liked about last year too was that guy that was the Santa.
He will
The
be
real
back.
Santa. He's going to be back.
He'll be back. We're actually
He
going to do
was
photo
so
ops.
fun.
Yeah.
He's going to do
Photos
photos.
with Santa this year.
Oh yeah, that was my first video on Facebook, is where I interviewed Santa
Cool.
and asked him what kind of dogs he
That
had.
video, was that the sideways video?
Yeah, when I asked him did he have dogs?
Oh.
What kind of treats does Santa dogs eat? That kind of thing. He just played right along with it. He was just fun.
Grace is watching in Richmond. Guys, I didn't know about this event. Jerry, I love the I Love CVille Network. We're going to take our family in from Richmond for
Yay.
this event.
Awesome.
Can you
All
give
right.
us a time frame of when we should be there and when we should leave?
Yeah, definitely. So it's a morning time event. So 9:30 is registration. The race doesn't start until 11 though. So if you're there at 10 or 10:30, you'll have time to get your Santa suit. And really, it's 7/8 of a mile. So how long to run and or walk 7/8 of a mile is no longer than 30, 40 minutes at the most, and we're all done by noon. We have a great partnership on the downtown mall with some restaurants that will be doing a brunch crawl, a Santa brunch crawl.
Brunch crawl is fun.
Jerry, like you said, grab a drink or two on the downtown mall in your Santa suit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're getting some props here from Linda Rumery. Daniel, what's up? You're a great guy. You used to be my personal trainer at Gold's Gym. Great
Oh.
guy
Back in your
watching
Gold's
this
Gym
program
days.
right
That's right.
now.
What's
So
up,
I guess that
Linda?
means you're running it, right?
Dude, this dude's
You're not walking.
jacked.
You're not gonna walk it. You're gonna run it.
Chiseled machine over here.
You're gonna run it 3 or 4 times.
See what I can do.
Let me throw this to
training.
you here. Small business owner, small business owner, small business owner.
Yeah.
Positive event on the downtown mall, an area that undoubtedly needs positivity and people supporting small business owners and their efforts and their initiatives. Throw that topic to you anywhere you want to go, Daniel.
Well, I mean, I think when looking at small businesses, I mean, you got to look at all of us and how we can rally together and leverage each other's audiences and invite each other's circles of influence into something like this. I mean, I think that kind of like that last comment you read off of there in Richmond, they had no idea that this was going on. I think that's the great part about being able to partner up on some of this together, is that we can speak to an audience you may not have been in front of, and be able to get people that may not have known, kind of like I was back in 2012 or 13 whenever I did the first Santa run that I did. I showed up and was handed a Santa suit, and next thing I know, I'm down the downtown mall with my son.
There he goes.
But in that, it was really cool because and you guys were just speaking about the children and everybody doing it. I remember now reflecting back, my son, that was the first one that he ever completed, his first real race. And I remember he was like pink cheeks at the end. You would have thought he finished a full marathon, but for him that was really fun. So it's one of those things you can go at your own pace. And my daughter and my wife, they're right behind us the whole time. So it was kind of cool to see the whole family be able to complete something together. And then again, tie it back to the arc and everything. But yeah.
Dot the I's and cross the T's on that.
Yeah, it's really a sense of family. Bringing the whole family out there, showing them. I've talked to many team captains and people that participate in this event every year, and they say that a lot of times they do it as a family because it's a sense of togetherness. And that's what the ARC's all about as well, bringing everybody together in one space to have a good day. But again, going back to what I had said earlier as well, it's a sense of, it's a teaching moment for your children and their friends. And they can go back to school then on Monday and say, I just did this awesome event, and this is who the ARC is about. And we're all about educating people on who we are and what we do. And so, yeah, it's again, about togetherness for the families. It's really cool.
There are just so many services. Even looking at your brochures, as long as I've been doing this, this is my third year, just so many things that you do. Your group home, sponsored residential, in-home, day service. There are so many different ways you guys outreach, to help, these people that really just need that transition, like you said. And that's just, people just really need to know more about what's going on, what is offered here. And there's another event you have coming up. I'm going to show this, show and tell.
Yeah.
The gala, the art gala, and it's James Bond.
Cool.
Who wouldn't want to dress up and do James Bond? But it's going to be at the Omni, what's this date? Saturday, January the 25th, and you can buy tickets. It's drinks, auction, dancing. What's that? Hold it up, like there. There we go. All right.
Spotlight that for us, Bryan.
Right.
Yeah.
This is
so
a fun
this is
event.
also our 5th year doing a gala, and we like to theme it differently every year because, again, it's a night for you and your significant other to go out and enjoy, or you and your friends to go out and enjoy a fun evening. Like Patty said, James Bond. Who can't
007, baby.
beat that? I just ordered the glasses today. We're doing a champagne tower.
Cool.
Yeah, so flowing champagne. So it's going to be fun. We have a silent auction. Awesome experience packages. We're still looking for other auction packages. So if you and your company or somebody wants to get involved and wants to donate something like that, I know Patty's donated to that auction several years.
And we will again.
And thank you. Yeah, and it's just a great evening. We have an ambassador family that will speak about their story and tell us a little, educate people a little bit more. And then the food over at the Omni is just fantastic. Dual entree steak and salmon this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys big time over there.
Yeah. So we're really excited. We have a great committee. Logistics committee is just amazing. Chris Gallagher chimed in earlier. He's doing all kinds of blowout stuff and everything. So we're excited about what he's doing with Epic CVille. And just, we have our presenting sponsor, Magellan Healthcare. So thanks to them. And invitations will go out here in about 2 weeks.
Cool.
But if you don't get an invitation, that doesn't mean that you're not invited. That just means that you weren't on our mailing list, and we'd love to get you on the mailing list and get you there. We sell tables. Tables are only $2,000 for 8 people, and you get all kinds of visibility for your company. Daniel and his gang did a table last year. It was just a fun thing. Can I tell them how you dressed last year for the theme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So last year we had the Great Gatsby theme,
Ooh.
and he and Chris and a couple other people, they had cane, kind of like the pimp canes, if you want to say. It's pretty, the gangster, more the gangster.
Just a cane.
So it was pretty cool. But yeah.
Well, Jerry, I'm not only ready for this, but I'm really qualified for this event because I took my shoes off in the front of the Monte Carlo Hotel where Ursula Andress took her shoes off in a James Bond movie.
Whoa!
So I'm fully qualified for this event.
I love it. Our friend Dino from the Brick Ovens watching right now.
Love Dino. Hey,
He's
Dino.
good people.
Yeah.
He's good people. I'm going to throw this. Let's get Daniel in the mix here. The Arc of the Piedmont. Arc of the Piedmont doing amazing things in the community. Talk to us your vantage point of how you've seen the Arc of the Piedmont make an impact.
Yeah, I get the privilege of going at least once a month here the last couple of months, getting ready for the Santa Run, to actually be in the building and kind of see them at work and to see the benefits kind of play out in real life. I was there for the grand opening. They had a lot of their guests and folks there that are, I guess, members. Is that a proper word?
Yeah, clients, members.
Clients, members of the
Yeah.
ARC. So, to be able to see it all, to kind of come to life in front of you is really neat, and to see them kind of bridge that gap, as Bryan mentioned. There's that support in the education system, and then kind of once you leave that, who's there to help and provide that support. So from the outside looking in, yeah, it's pretty cool. The closer you get, the more you want to help, the more you want to be a part of it. So that's kind of that magnet, I guess, for me, pulling me in is, we started as just kind of a part-time, kind of small package sponsor. We wanted to be a part and didn't know how to help really. And then as you get involved, you start to learn that, you don't have to know a lot about that field so much as just being able to know how to be there and pick up some of the work. I think that's a lot of nonprofit, and a lot of the work that we try to get involved with is helping people with extra hands. That's a lot of it. Monetary donations are great, but sometimes just being a member of a committee or showing up to build a team is incredibly helpful. Strength in numbers. So.
And you have this new facility on Rose Hill.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's fantastic. It's given us an opportunity to be able to grow. We were in one of the houses over there on Park Street, and we had the space for about 800 to 900 square feet, and we had
little.
Maybe 20 clients.
Yeah.
12 of them were in wheelchairs, and then we had our staff as well, and so it's very tight. And we're probably by the end of this year, we're going to be able to offer services to 29 clients with different intellectual and developmental disabilities. 1149 Rose Hill, right across from the health department and WINA, like that area. And the community's just been fantastic there. The neighborhood association behind us, everybody's come with welcome, open arms. Big thanks out to Martin Horn Construction. They built our building for us, or renovated and built our building. So it was a long time coming, and we finally got in there. And if you just drive by, you'll see our clients a lot of times, especially on a beautiful day like today, out there on our brand new courtyard, just enjoying the weather. They could never really get outside because we didn't have any area on Park Street. It's such a busy road. Rose Hill's a busy road too, but now we actually had the safety to be able to offer them the great opportunities. So
Things you take for granted.
Tim Baker giving you some props.
right.
Way to keep Charlottesville in good hands, Daniel. Mary
Thanks,
Lou
Tim.
Rucker giving you some props right now, live on 12 Facebook pages. Why do you like this? Why do you like being involved with the Arc of the Piedmont?
Well, I just like the creativity of it all. I like the spontaneity of it all. I love being on the downtown mall when people don't know this is happening and watching, and their jaws are just dropping. It is so funny, and I love going out to brunch with a bunch of people dressed as Santa and just being a little crazy with it. I mean, for me, who's involved in retail from October 15th on, I mean, this is just a great way to just let your hair down a little bit and just really have fun with it. And to me, it's one of the most fun holiday parties that we'll go to all season.
Kristen Stacy Bishop, welcome to the program. Another person asking for the, and we'll put it in the copy of the post in the package, the who, what, when, where, why. But we got someone from Crozet that doesn't know the event that wants to get involved and is asking for the details one more time from you, Bryan.
Definitely. CVilleSantaRun.com is the website. You can register there. You can put a fundraising team there. The event, again, is December 8th at 11 o'clock is when it starts. Get there a little early to get your Santa suit. Registration starts as early as 9:30. We'll have coffee and hot chocolate, cookies, and all, donuts and all that fun stuff. You can also go to our website. Our website is arcpva.org. So it's real. We have all of our information there too. So those are two good links to go to. If you want to get involved, contact us. We'd love to get volunteers out, sponsors, just even bringing you over to that building that we were just talking about. I love giving tours because introducing you to our clients firsthand, they love to interact again, like I said earlier, and it's a fun experience to come over and just check us out.
Very nice. Very nice. Patty Boden, fantastic show. 35 minutes goes by like 3.5. You guys crushed
Yes,
it.
it does.
Carried the program. What else you got?
Hey, well, like I say, we're getting ready for this Christmas deal, and if you want some really great pictures, come to Animal Connection. Sign up online because we are going to have limited space, and on the same day, we're going to be having a holiday preview, gift bags. There's a lot of things we're giving away that will get you in the spirit. A little frivolity, definitely some good refreshments, and just a lot of fun. So, check out our events on our Facebook page, and you're going to know about all the holiday happenings.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's Barking Local, powered by Animal Connection, 18 years plus, and the McIntyre Plaza, the epicenter of everything positive in our animal community across Charlottesville and Central Virginia. The vision of this entrepreneur right here. She gives her most precious commodity, which is her time, to the community. And I'm going to ask that you support her and her endeavors and her initiatives and return the favor at Animal Connection in McIntyre Plaza. This show airs Wednesdays at 3 o'clock on the I Love CVille Network. Enjoy your afternoon. Take care, guys.
Yay!
Show.
Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Done.
Appreciate it.
That was fun.
Fun, easy peasy.
All right.
We got to take the hero picture for the
Right.
package.